Good evening, everybody. GordWing here. We're getting close to the end of the season, folks. Even though, well, I got good gear and heated grips and seats and all that stuff, but hopefully it'll be another month. Can be riding, but I'm kind of rearranging the garage in the last couple days so I can get my bike out of the way so it's not going to get wrecked over the winter or whatever, so I can cover it. Anyway, I went out last night, or Saturday, I'm sorry, with this camera on, and it's let me turn off the music here, sorry. And I recorded quite a bit, and it didn't show up. So when I plugged it into the computer, put the chip in the computer in my card reader, it said that it was, you know, it had folders like GoPro or something. So I have a GoPro here too, and I don't know if once it's written, you know, by one of the devices, if it can be written by the other without formatting the discs or the card. So I looked at both of them. I had already transferred the stuff off the GoPro from the last time when I went on my trip to Dayton. And there was nothing showing up on this chip that's in this Senna, however you say it, camera that's on my helmet. So I formatted both of them, and I'm recording with both of them, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's what I have to do. If that's what I have to do every time, it's not a big deal, but I didn't realize that was what I had to do, I guess. Well, today I have a long sleeve t-shirt on. I put my freeze out shirt, it's a long sleeve undergarment by a company called Freeze Out, kind of windproof and everything. Then I got my good Built Explorer jacket on with the thermal lining in it, and I am freaking toasty, let me tell you. It's really nice. Anyway, and I put the Freeze Out pants on, the long pants, and then I have my jeans, and I have my shin pad, my shin guards on, because I have artificial knees, so I want to keep them. The thought of grinding down the road at 40 miles an hour doesn't appeal to me in the least. So I always wear some sort of armor over my shins. I have pants by a company called Bone, B-O-H-N, that have thigh pads on the sides and hip pads and knee pads and shin pads. They're really nice armor. Try to wear them if I'm riding a long distance, you know, really long trip. I have pants that go with this Explorer. The Built jacket has armor in it, of course, CE armor, and the pants have CE armor. So if I'm going on a long trip and it's cool out, like I did when I went to Dayton, it took off in the morning, it was pretty cool, and it worked out really well with the birds. Worked out pretty well, keep me pretty warm and all, and it has the armor in it. So, but I also carry my shin pads with me, so I think it's warm. It got warm, and I changed out of my my Built pants. I put the shin pads on. It works out pretty well. Well, I guess I wasn't thinking about time. It is kind of rush hour, getting into busier traffic time of day. I think the next time I can turn left, I'm going to turn left to get farther away from everyone. See, now Harley riders that ride in this kind of weather, they're riding because they love to ride. They're not riding to be cool. And they wave at you all the time. Once it gets cold out, people wave at you all the time. In the summer, when the Harley riders go by, especially in packs, holy mackerel, they wouldn't wave at you to save their life. They are way too cool. So, anyway, lately I've gotten every single Harley rider, or everybody that's out in this kind of weather. It's, what is it, 50 something? 57, that's actually pretty nice. Anyway, like I said, I'm cleaning the garage out. to get the bike in, but the bike needs like 45 inches wide to get in, either front or back. So what's going to end up happening is I took out last year I had my other bike, my Kawasaki, in the garage all winter, and it's way smaller bike width-wise. This has got the bags and everything on it. It's just a wider bike. I was able to get it out of the way pretty well, but it's tucked away between the one workbench I have on the left side and the workbench I have in the front of the garage. There's like, I don't know, there was like 34 inches or something through there, and my Kawasaki could back in there and park and cover and everything, no problem. But this bike needs like 44 inches minimum to get in the, to back into that hole. So what I had to do is take the workbench. I have a stainless steel elevator door for a top to my workbench. I'm gonna have to cut off 9 inches of that, which should be fun with the little grinder out in the driveway tonight. But that'll get the top short enough to be able to move the cabinets over and get. I think I'm gonna put 2x4 mounts and then build a setup for drawers. Okay, heading into one of my nice favorite pieces of road. I'm gonna have to slow down a little because there's a car ahead of me. I don't want the car to be ahead of me. I'll go very slow for a few minutes to let them get well ahead of me. This is just so beautiful through here. It really is. It's one of those areas, though, where I think very often about what they refer to as terminal distance. In other words, the length of time it would take you to stop when you come out around a blind corner. If there was a brick wall built right in the middle of the road, could you stop before you hit it? That kind of thing. You should never overdrive your sight line. It's like here, I can't see very far, so you pay real close attention. You get over the ridge of the hill, then you can see, no problem. But if there was a car parked right here, and you come over that hill at 50, you'd just slam right into it. You wouldn't even know it was there. This is the old house for the Forest Preserve caretaker guy. It's all beat up and boarded shut, but boy, would that be a nice place to live. Just buried right in the middle of all the Forest Preserve here. There's bridle trails, horse trails along the edge, along the side here. In the summer you'll see horses. Well, in the winter you'll see them too, but really pretty out here. This would be a couple nice houses here too. Really nice. Well, let's see. I'm thinking of where I'm going to go here. I guess I'll go back and get on McCarthy, go into Lamont. Some nice houses here too. The last week or so, I took a piece of wood that I had gotten when my father-in-law passed away, a huge piece, I think it's ash, a huge piece of wood. It's like 7.5 feet long by, I don't know, 11 inches wide, 10 inches wide by about 4 inches thick. Just one big timber. And it had, as it dried over the years, it was up in the attic of my garage, it had warped just a little bit. So I took my power planer, kind of took off the spots where it bumped, where the grain bumped up a little bit. And then I took got it as level and smooth as I could. And then I took my, I bought a hand scraper, a carbide hand scraper. And I hand scraped the whole thing. So, I mean, it was really fun. It was really fun, and I like the hand scrape look anyway. You know, and I didn't want a perfect board up there. I wanted a timber. And this looks like somebody chiseled the timber out of a tree. And I mean, it's not all hacked up or anything, but it looks really sharp. Just a beautiful day out, man. Oh my gosh. I think it'd be kind of cool if winter here in the lovely Windy City would be like this all winter, like it is in some places. You know, we've had between the highs and lows since I've lived here. I've been in this area my whole life. I lived in Palos Heights, which is like 8 miles north of where I live now. I've been here 18 plus years. I was in Worth, which is a little farther north than Palos, for 4 or 5 years. 3.5 years, I guess. Anyway, as I was saying, the highs and lows that I've experienced here, it's been, now these are actual temperatures, not wind chill. Wind chill's been in this almost 80 degrees below zero, upper 70s anyway. And the actual low temperature was 27 below zero. 27 below zero. And I've worked outside. I was an electrician during my career. I worked outside in 103 degree weather, which 10 years ago or so we had 104 degree day. So from 27 below to 104 degrees. So this if you don't like changes in weather, you wouldn't like the Chicago area. Usually it's pretty nice. You know, winters aren't too bad. We had a lot of snow a few years ago. A lot of snow. One time we had a 20-something inch snowfall in 18 hours or something like that. It was pretty cool. But anyway, and it gets hot. I'd rather have it cool than hot. I mean, I don't mind the heat. Not cold, I didn't mean cold, I meant cool. I don't like 27 below at all. There's people that thrive in that kind of stuff. I don't like it. And there is, you know, I like the early 70s, just perfect motorcycle weather. Perfect motorcycle weather. Oh, we're coming into a little town called Lamont. Really nice little area, actually. It's an old town. Most towns around here are pretty old. I mean, our Tinley Park where I live was founded in like 1846, I think, something like that. Some of these towns are in the early 1800s. Well, Chicago area being a big railroad hub, that's part of the reason. Ends up being, you know, that's where towns pop up. Tinley was a railroad station in Tinley Park in the middle of nowhere in 1846 or whatever. And you go to the Historical Society in Tinley and you see all these old pictures of the train station and the old steam engines and old rickety wooden buildings, you know, and then dirt roads, of course. The main streets were all dirt, and then, you know, a couple of buildings and a little hotel, cheap hotel, and a general store, and that's pretty cool. Some pretty vistas around here if you can't see from here, but there's an old school. I think it was an old school back in the day. Right here, at the left there, you see that building? And now they turned it into old to new condos. Here's a school. I guess it was attached to it. Maybe it was the high school or something, but kind of cool. Wake up there, dope. You get out of your lane when you're going to turn left. Get in the lane. Get in the turn lane. Knucklehead. You chucklehead. You chucklehead. Speaking of trains, there's a parking area for trains that runs right along here. But anyway, one of my right down the street from us on 80th Avenue is a train station that's been around for eons too. You know, I mean, the one in Old Town, which is like, or the downtown Tinley, which is just about a half a mile east of that, of the one by the 80th Avenue station. That was here forever. That's been here since the 1800s, I guess, actually. But they just built a new one. It's really beautiful, beautiful station. Sorry about the sun here, folks. I hope it's not too bright in the camera. Now coming past the refineries, there's some places out here where it smells like someone's burning a shoe, or more accurately, a tennis shoe, like a rubber shoe or something. Just like really bad smells. That's our love of gasoline, man. Nobody wants these things near their house, but this is not near my house, but nobody wants them near the house, but they want their gasoline. They just want to go up to a pump, stick the thing in the car, and fill it up and drive away. Not think about where it comes from or what gets here, what it does to the environment, all that kind of stuff. Oh, they finally filled that pothole in. I still went around the area around it, still a huge dip, but there was a giant sinkhole in the road there that a couple times I hit and jarred my teeth out of my head. Jar your teeth out of your head, man. Next summer I'm going to try a long trip again, like I failed so miserably this summer. I'm not going to lose my wallet this time. And I'm going to make it longer. I was looking last night on Google Maps, and there's an area, Sleeping Bear Dunes, in Michigan, and there's some amazing. There's a 7.5 mile, just a winding road through the woods at Sleeping Bear Dune that I want so bad to ride on now. Oh, I am so comfortable, it's not even funny, folks. Not cold anywhere. I'm not cold anywhere. It's really, really nice. This is the perfect combination for for a long ride in this temperature. It's 57, but I could go down. I don't have the heat on, the grips or the seat right now. I got the shin heaters on and the foot heaters, but I just do that because the air coming out of them is like in the 70s or 80s, whatever. It just makes it feel your feet never get cold or don't. It takes a really long time for them to get cold. Anyway, I really enjoyed having this bike this summer. This is the first time I've owned a GordWing, which I'm really, really happy with it. I've already put, I bought it, it had just under 16,000, and it has 22,518 miles on it right now. So I put some miles on this summer, which is really nice. Couple long trips. 450 on the failed debacle Lake Loop trip, and about 750 to Dayton, Ohio, when I went to the International Air Force Museum out there. That is a cool place to go if you ever have a chance. If you love aircraft or aviation at all, man, that's just excellent place to go. Opening next June, they're building a fourth